welcome to yet another episode of your favorite show where we bring you the trending latest updates from the world of Bollywood and social media. This is me Gunjan.
And me Manish Anand and welcome to Planet Bollywood. Show की शुरुआत करते हैं लेकिन उससे पहले let's take a look at our top trending stories.
IPRS filed an FIR against Yash Raj Films accusing the company of not paying royalties amounting to more than 100 crores.
Motichoor Chaknachoor की director Devamitra Biswal has said that she disowns the film.
अजय देवगन ने कहा तानाजी को लगे 5 साल बनने में because of lack of VFX technology.
The Indian Performing Rights Society, the IPRS, has filed an FIR against Yash Raj Films, naming the directors of the company Uday Chopra and Aditya Chopra, accusing them of having stifled over 100 crores of royalties that belong to the artists and music composers.
Very important conversation. बहुत ही important door खुला है to have this conversation right now, Manish. And इसलिए सबसे पहले शुरुआत करते हैं एक सवाल से. सवाल आप लोगों के लिए है that do you also think that the music creators in our industry are being exploited? What do you guys think? Do tell us in the comments down below. Well, Manish, of course, accusation lag chuka hai. IPRS is also a body that takes care of collecting these dues and royalties from the music companies. लेकिन उनका ये कहना है कि उनको ये dues नहीं मिल रहे हैं just because they are very unlawful or very dubious contracts जिनको sign कराया जा रहा है by the artist.
Yeah, let's first understand what the IPRS is. The IPRS is basically a body that has been set up to safeguard the rights of independent artists, okay? Especially musicians and music producers. Now, the IPRS, basically what they do is, wherever there's a show or wherever there is a song of a particular artist that's played, whether it's on radio, whether it's on television, whether it's on the internet even today, or whether it's in a live concert, that is tabulated by this company, and that tabulation then accordingly allots the royalties to each of the deserving, artists, whether it's the producer, like I said, or the singer, composer, everyone, all right, and including the music company, all right. So each one gets a share of the pie. Now, what unfortunately is happening, like you rightfully said, is that there are illegal contracts that are being signed by these artists under the pressure of these big, huge music company houses who don't give these artists any options. And, if an artist doesn't sign that contract, it's very clearly and, in as simple and plain words said that, if you don't sign this contract today, we will not work with you in the future. So that puts pressure on the artist to sign that contract.
So clear exploitation that has happened. And I think, Manish, agar music industry ki baat kare, I think it's been repeatedly seen that there are few people who get the chance over and over again. There are few names that come and do the music. Also, Vishal Dadlani had very rightfully mentioned that how he didn't want his remixes to be used, right? He had actually tweeted out in anger saying, dare if somebody, if you want to quote that.
We actually have that quote. Yeah, we're going to read this out where Vishal says, warning, I will sue anyone making remixes of Vishal and Shekhar's songs. I'll even move the court against the films and musicians.
Very clearly, he's showing his anger on Twitter, and I think ये बात यहाँ तक इसलिए पहुँची है because, like we are saying, that there are very few players in the music industry जिनका हम music सुनते हैं. Now we are seeing that there is a dwindling sort of taste, there's dwindling talent in music industry. तभी ये remixes बनना शुरू हो चुके हैं. But ऐसा नहीं है कि हमारी country में there are not enough composers, lyricists, there are not enough singers who are talented. But the fact is, why do not they get the chance?
Well, this is Vishal and Shekhar, right? True. This is a Vishal Dadlani. Then you have other major composers and artists who have a voice and can speak out.
Exactly.
Then there is a barrage of other up-and-coming, really talented artists. We're not just talking about in the Indian film industry, we're also talking about in the alternate industries, whether it's Indian classical music or it's, alternate kind of music
or independent music.
Indie music, exactly. So these artists are completely being suffocated by these, contracts which they're being forced to sign. And mind you, these contracts basically very clearly mention that you will not claim, you're getting a lump sum amount of money right now and you will not claim any amount of money as royalty in the future, which is technically illegal.
Absolutely. The law says that an artist should be able to get a royalty on the music that they have created.
Right.
So this is something which is going against the law, and I think ये बहुत hush voices में ये जो conversation है music industry का बहुत time से चलता आ रहा है. This is now that there has been a legal action that has been taken. Of course, this incident I think is going to like everybody is saying, it is going to open a box of Pandora because there are going to be a lot more issues that's going to come out. And hopefully this will give a chance to a lot of those suffocative artists who were made to sign these illegal contracts will now speak up. Because अगर एक अकेला इंसान, if that doesn't happen to be Vishal Dadlani, can be muted very easily, right?
Right, yeah, that you're right. But, the whole industry, the whole music industry needs to stand up to this and pretty much, ask and demand their rights. And why not? Because it's rightfully their, their bread and butter and their earnings.
If this news turns out to be true, because now the FIR and the legal action has been taken, of course, YRF has still not responded to that. We have to know if there is a clarification, if there is still any benefit of doubt that could be given to the corporations that why has this been happening. I think we'll have to wait and watch that. How does this affect the music industry now? But the question to you guys is still there. Do you think that the music artists have been exploited in the Indian scene? Do tell us.
At the trailer launch of Ajay Devgan's 100th film, Tanaji, he spoke about the reason why the film has taken 5 years to be made and released. Let's check out this interview and we'll talk about it right after.
सपना यही था क्योंकि हमारे पास टेक्नीशियंस हैं, हमारे पास अगर इतने बजट में अगर हम ये क्वालिटी ला सकते हैं तो आप सोचिए कि हमारे टेक्नीशियन कितने ज़्यादा बेहतर होंगे. तो ये मुझे लगता है और यही सपना था कि उन सबको सामने लाके हम ऐसी क्वालिटी दिखा सकें. एक वक्त आएगा और जब हम ये सपने की बात करते हैं तब फिल्में आपको पता है कि किस क्वालिटी की भी बनती थी. कोशिश तब भी लोग करते थे लेकिन हमारे पास वो टेक्नोलॉजी भी नहीं थी. तो अब वो आ गई है तो अब लोग मेहनत कर रहे हैं. अब हमारे पास इतने अच्छे अच्छे टेक्नीशियंस हैं, डायरेक्टर्स हैं. तो ये जो आप देख रही हैं ये आज साकार करने में उन सब का बहुत बड़ा हाथ है.
Well, Ajay Devgan का तो ये कहना है that our country never had the technicians at that point in time. But Manish, the truth is something different. The fact is that we've had the technicians and we've had the companies जो इस तरह का VFX काम ना ही सिर्फ बॉलीवुड फिल्मों के लिए बल्कि हॉलीवुड फिल्म्स में भी करती आई हैं. Whether it is as back as Jurassic Park or as new as Interstellar and Gravity.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Like, I would like to ask the audience actually before मैं आपसे ये सवाल पूछूं कि क्या आप अजय देवगन के स्टेटमेंट से इस डिले से अग्री करते हैं? Do tell us in the comments down below. Now, Manish, what do you say?
Well, I don't know if I'm as convinced, about Ajay Devgan's statement saying that in 2015 we didn't have the technology because there was an Indian company, an Indian VFX company that has done the visual effects for the film Interstellar, which won the Oscar for Best VFX in 2014.
Yeah.
So that's a year before the conceptualization or the, the ideation of the film Tanaji. So I'm not entirely sure that is a valid reason for the delay of the film. But then again, that's his take on it. I don't know what else to say.
Right, there have been other Indian movies also like Bahubali, which had some great VFX that was included in it. And this is not the only time that this has happened. I think it's a very sort of current trend जहाँ पर बहुत सारी Hollywood movies are sort of outsourcing their work to Indian companies. The companies which are based here, there are a lot of skilled technicians. So it's very sure कि उनकी कमी नहीं है. अगर कमी है, then probably getting them their due or sort of like, identifying that we do have the talent here. And also, Manish, isn't India known for cheap labor? I mean, the fact is that we have the technicians and as compared to any other country, this is where they can get the best value for their money.
Yeah, I mean, labor is cheap, and in fact, Harsimar Singh, who has worked on the Marvel cinematics like The Avengers, Thor, and The Handmaid's Tale, has actually been quoted saying, Indians are known for their hard work, dedication, and cheap labor, which attracts the industry to hire them. So that is his explanation as to why Hollywood films are being outsourced to India for their VFX. So it's a little hard for me to kind of comprehend what Ajay Devgan is trying to say. A, yes, labor is cheap here, and it's definitely cheaper than it is in the West, insofar as VFX and the technology is concerned. B, we have the ability to create great technology. We're talking about Oscar-winning films for VFX like Life of Pi. We're talking about Avatar. We're talking about Interstellar. We're talking about these films which have won international acclaim for their visual effects. And so this statement doesn't really make sense to me, quite honestly. I mean, if you have to, I don't think, first of all, Ajay Devgan really needed to give a reason as to why the film was delayed so much.
Right.
But
having said that, Manish, if there is a movie जो already एक superstar के साथ बन रही है, we already know where the 50% of the budget is sort of going. So again, I think it becomes that challenge for Bollywood movies कि वो superstar में अपना पैसा डालें या फिर VFX में डालें, no matter how cheap or skilled the labor here is in India.
We saw the trailer of Tanaji and it was released yesterday and it looks like a great film. There's Kajol in it, there's Saif Ali Khan in it. It's looking like a really well-made film. However long it took, it doesn't matter so long as the film is good, and we wish the entire team all the very best.
The movie मोतीचूर चकनाचूर जो पिछले हफ्ते ही रिलीज हुई थी अब एक नई कंट्रोवर्सी में फंस चुकी है. लास्ट हफ्ते the makers of the film had accused the director of the movie trying to illegally sell the movie. लेकिन अब the director देबामित्रा बिस्वाल ने सोशल मीडिया पर आकर एक बहुत लंबा स्टेटमेंट दिया है where she is trying to say that she wants to disown the movie, citing the reason that it wasn't her version that made it to the theaters.
That's right. She went on to say that the producers interfered in the creative aspects of the film and the final edit of the film was not her vision. So हमारा सवाल आपके लिए ये है कि do you think the final creative right of the film, the way the film should look, the storyline and everything else that goes with putting a film out there, do you think that right should lie with the director or the producer of the film? Do write in with the hashtag and let us know. Well, Gunjan, yes, we had discussed this on the show as well last week about how she had been accused for having sold the rights of the film, और अब ये नया ट्विस्ट आ गया है कहानी में जहां पर वो कह रही है कि ये मेरा ओरिजिनल कॉन्सेप्ट था ही नहीं.
Exactly. In fact, उनका ये कहना है कि until the case reached the court, उन्होंने final edit देखा भी नहीं था. And now the movie is doing so bad at the theater. उसका reason ये है कि उनके version को release नहीं किया गया. In fact, producers have taken a call on that. She's saying, in fact, very clearly in these words, she has sort of said that now that the film is finally releasing, I would like to tell everyone that this has been the toughest journey. Everyone who's worked in a film knows very well how important an edit is for a film. Sticking shots together does not make a film. And she also says that there was a private version, the other version that she had actually worked on, but that never came out. She had actually screened that for her friends, but it was ego, jiski wajah se there was a different version that was released. And it's sort of sad, you know, having actors like Nawazuddin Siddiqui and Athya Shetty having a story that everybody sort of wanted to go to the theaters for, and her end result to come out, which was taken from a place of ego, is sort of sad just for the creative side of it, right?
Well, we're listening to two sides of a story, and
Yeah.
for us to sit here and pass a judgment and say one person is right or the other person is right is not fair till we don't have all the facts laid out straight up in front of not just us but the audience as well. So Deba Mitra was shown the film finally, the final edit of the film, as it was the producer's vision. She was shown the final edit of the film in the courtroom at the order of the judge.
Yeah.
The original edit that she had planned was made, or the edit was made by Chandan Arora, and she goes on in that same statement to thank him. She thanks all the stars and everyone else that was involved in the film, and then she says, unfortunately, the film did not turn out the way we had envisioned it. Now, ऐसी बातें होती हैं. You know, we cannot ignore the fact कि ये चीज़ें होती हैं हमारी इंडस्ट्री में. जब फिल्म सक्सेसफुल हो जाती है तब सब आ जाते हैं क्रेडिट लेने. जब when the film just does about 1.6 crores, which is the collections of Motichoor, then everyone wants to kind of point fingers and blame each other. Nobody's saying that one person is right or wrong, but I think, once a film's verdict is out, then to point fingers and then to say something is, I think, a little bit passe. You don't do that. Then at the time or at the point when this controversy has arisen, then actually stand up and disown the film, and then then you have my respect at least. Whether the film does well or not, at least you are saying that this is not my vision of the film and this is not something that I created, and I disown it, and it doesn't matter to me whether the film is a success or it's a failure. So that's my take on this entire situation, but these are the facts for our audience sitting at home.
Exactly, but also chronologically we don't know how things turned out for them, because there was a court case that was involved जिसके बारे में अब पता चल रहा है. There have been, I mean, she also did not see the last version of the movie that made it to the theaters. So again, like you said, that we do not have all the details for us to sit and say here कि किसकी side सही है और किसकी गलत. Rajiv and Kiran Bhatia, who are the producers of the film, apparently they took the decision of going ahead with a version that the director herself had not seen, and I think that in itself, it's a huge risk. I mean,
ideally, yes, the director should be completely involved, and if she was kept away from the film, that is technically incorrect, and that's not ethical.
Yeah, and we wish that, because when a script is good, when the actors are great, when you have put in the hard work, at the very last moment, agar wo amicably agar solution dhoonda ja sake, I think it's a win-win also for the makers to sort of save their buck, right? Because the fact is that the director who started visioning this movie has done the movie for you. At the last minute, jab unko cut off kar diya jata hai, there is no guarantee anymore that how it's going to turn out. So I think there was a risk, but again, we don't know the know-hows.
Yes.
We don't know what made it go this far. And sadly, a very good movie that it could have been has been a spoiler. The box office numbers are sort of really, really sad. The recent news around Imran Hashmi and Big B star of film Chehre has been Kriti Kharbandha's exit और इस पर makers ने दिया है अपना final statement saying that everything has been done amicably and they are now looking for another lead heroine.
Right. Now, let's just discuss this a little bit over here, right? इससे पहले rumors आ रही थी कि Kriti has been throwing starry tantrums and which is why she was asked to leave the film. Then there was another rumor that was doing the rounds that she was asked to do a kissing scene with another fellow actor and she refused to do that for whatever reasons and that's how she decided to walk off the film. Now, let's suppose that the second part of this hypothetical situation is true. मेरा सवाल आप लोगों से ये है कि as an artist, as an actor, even though the script demands you to do a certain thing, if you're not comfortable doing it, is that okay and should that be taken into consideration? Do write in using the hashtag and let us know what you think about this hypothetical situation. And now coming back to reality, jo ki Anand Pandit Motion Pictures have put out a tweet from their official Twitter handle where they've said, in the light of recent media reports, we wish to clarify that Kriti Kharbandha and Anand Pandit Motion Pictures have mutually agreed to part ways on a cordial and professional note. We wish her success in all her future endeavors. So that seems rather, I think graceful, a graceful way of parting ways. And it seems like all's well between the production company and Kriti right now.
Right. And Manish, हम लोग एक ऐसे time पर है जहाँ पर actresses have come out and said that the minute that they have been replaced, there has been no communication that has been given to them.
Yes.
Right. So in times like that, the fact is कि एक no matter what the rumors were about, sort of mudslinging on each other, उससे परे हटकर अगर एक production company, filmmakers अगर सामने आकर बोल रही है that they want to amicably part ways, I think one, that is very respectful and graceful,
Yes.
like you said. And also I feel the second thing is that it has sort of become a common trend that every time an actress exits a movie, the easiest way to put it on her is saying that she has tantrums. I wonder where are these tantrums and where are they coming from and why are they only for the female actresses and never for the actors?
No, that's not true. It is also for the male actors. There are lots of male actors who face a lot of flack, including big names like Salman Khan for things, for whatever reason that,
Right.
they don't come on time. Govinda ji used to be, constantly criticized for not turning up on time and all of that. And when there were explanations that, well, I'm doing 3 shifts, I'm also shooting at some other location, which is a good hour away. So these things weren't really taken into account, or even if they were, the rumors doing the rounds were that these were starry tantrums. And that has been the thing and the case that has existed and continued to exist even in today's times.
Yes, but actresses losing jobs and losing films is sort of a very, very common trend. But
Yeah.
I think, again, like we are saying, ki the beginning of the story has happened because none of the either parties have sort of spoken what happened. They've definitely said that they want to amicably part ways, like in what went wrong, they're not very sure about. But also Kriti Kharbanda saying that probably it's the reason that she's not okay making out or having that kiss scene or having that
Right, that was
sort of
one of the speculated reasons.
speculated reasons, right? So I think the conversation is about that. The fact is कि सब करते हैं तो आप क्यों नहीं करते can become a very sort of a normalized stand on this, don't you think?
It is essential for an environment to be created where these actors are made comfortable.
Yeah.
Now, there is a way that it's dealt with to begin with. Either the director sits down with the actors and, kind of very gently runs them through what has to be done
Right.
and checks what they're comfortable doing and tweaks it a little bit so that, it can, both parties are comfortable, the actor and the director. So something needs to be done to find a middle ground. But, there was also the news that, this scene was just a scene that was added for titillation of the audience,
Right.
which is something that, Kriti felt that was unnecessary, which is why, again, she had decided to walk out of the film. Now, if that is the case and this wasn't told to her at the start of the film, ki, ye hone wala hai, are you okay with it? Or maybe we can change it around. Then if that communication didn't happen, then
Yeah.
I guess that she was well within her rights to say no to this.
But I think what's more important right now is that it has already ended and both the parties have sort of amicably moved on. I think they must have tried whatever the reasons were to sort of find a solution to it. It's unfortunate they haven't been able to find one, but the update is that Ankita Lokhande has been sort of casted as her replacement. So very excited for Ankita to get this role, and let's hope that Kriti and Ankita both sort of come out and shine on in their respective movies.
And now it's time for a very quick break on Planet Bollywood, but don't go anywhere because we will be right back. Well, कल के एपिसोड में हमने आपके साथ काफी सारी स्टोरी शेयर की थी एंड दिस इज वेयर वी रीड आउट योर टॉप कमेंट्स. लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, दिस इज पीबी ऑडियंस रिएक्ट्स. और कल की पहली स्टोरी थी अबाउट शाहरुख खान कमिंग टुगेदर विद राजू हिरानी फॉर हिज नेक्स्ट बिग कमबैक फिल्म, और उस पर आपके रिस्पॉन्सेज आए हैं.
समीर शेख का कहना है इट्स अ ब्लॉकबस्टर कॉम्बो. SRK एंड राजकुमार हिरानी इन अ सिंगल मूवी. इट्स गोइंग टू बी अ सुपर डुपर हिट मूवी. Eagerly waiting for the official announcement.
Pankaj Gupta shares the same sentiments where he says, just one word, blockbuster. Shah Rukh Khan and Rajkumar Hirani together in one movie. Just can't wait for it. और हमारी आखिरी स्टोरी जो हमने आपके साथ शेयर की थी was about pay parity in Bollywood, and Karan Johar had spoken about this at length at the trailer launch of Good News, and Akshay Kumar came in and chimed in as well. और उस पर हमने आपसे ये सवाल किया था कि should actors and artists and technicians get paid based on the talent that they bring to the table or based on the success or failure of their last project.
Now I have to take this again. Sameer Sheikh, you are definitely becoming one of my favorite people today on the show because you have another good point. He says Deepika Padukone is the current leading and highest paid actress in Bollywood. She deserves movies like Padmavat, Chapak, etc. She is a bankable star, no doubt. That's why she gets paid highest in the Padmavat. The future is clear. There is no more male actors dominance in Bollywood. Actresses like Deepika, Priyanka, Anushka, etc. have that potential of becoming a bankable star like the Khans. I so agree with that.
Well, ये था हमारा PB Audience Reacts, and Gunjan, this brings us to the end of the episode.
Exactly. Unfortunately, this is the time when we have to say goodbye. This is V. Gunjan Seni signing off.
And me, Manish Anand, reminding you guys to keep those comments coming in, and we will take your top comments right here on the show. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, good night.